We do that.
Oh no.
Hey, true believers, England teen here. It's Friday night. Now I've retitled this. This is Bad Comic Beatdown Live. Because we've just been having a good time going through these. Last week we did America Chavez. Now we're going to be doing the first appearance of one of Batman's greatest villains. I am talking about, ladies and gentlemen, the Crazy Quilt. I know, right? It just brings fear. It makes you shiver. This guy said, "You know what? I want to base my criminal career on betting. That's what I want to base it on." It was
He's
like
got a whole team of grandmas making his outfits for him.
he couldn't call himself the bed sheet. It had to go right to the quilt. All right, to help us out here, we've got the real Dr. Venkman, except no substitutes. We've got Maranya of many voices.
Many dead voices tonight, apparently.
Yeah, the doctor is actually playing a doctor, and Maranya is going to get killed every 10 minutes. And then we've got Professor Pixel. All right, and playing the Crazy Quilt himself, trusty sidekick. We have LK. And our ever-present and ever omnipresent narrator, Eric Back Issue Breen.
Oh.
All right, so let's get to this because I always like to talk about the iconic covers, and this is the cover. This is the first appearance of Crazy Quilt, and I'm like, you know what? This image is on every T-shirt. I had no freaking clue that the Crazy Quilt was a farmer.
It looks like a Scarecrow ripoff.
A little bit. I mean, but yeah. Like he looks more Scarecrow than Scarecrow.
Yeah,
like if Scarecrow and Ragman had a baby.
Yeah, he definitely got a better outfit in the 70s and 80s.
Yes, which by the way is what the thumbnail says. At least my outfit improved. Okay, so one thing I was surprised because I was like, you know what, let's do the first appearance of Crazy Quilt. I know we did Polka Dot Man. We did, by all means, ladies and gentlemen, search that out. Let's do the first appearance of Crazy Quilt. Why not? And I looked it up. I was like, Boy Commandos. Okay, so he's like, I can't beat a bunch of kids, so I'm going to go after Batman. It's kind of a dumbass move.
Well, actually, he wanted to go against Robin.
Yeah, Batman got in the way. No, I just want to beat up your teenager. I've got a thing. It's called a penis. All right, so let's go on down here and we get to the splash page.
Now we ready?
Take it away, narrator.
Allons-y.
The Boy Commandos in Crime in Technicolor, and introducing the Crazy Quilt. This is the story of a Jekyll and Hyde artist, one who is master of both the easel and the perilous game known as crime. Against his diabolical, warped mind, fate pits the Boy Commandos in a swirling catch-as-catch-can tussle. Then fate sits back, smiling, to watch as bizarre a battle as Europe's gravest city ever witnessed. I think I'm getting more Mexican.
All of a sudden, Speedy Gonzalez is narrating our comic book.
In the turbulent days that follow the war, the lone artist makes his way from country to country, painting Europe's historic beauty. He crossed the Channel to England, where he captured and oils the renowned Tower of London, the mysterious Stonehenge on the chalk plains of Salisbury. He signed his name Quilt, and his works graced the galleries of many museums. There were others who admired Quilt's paintings.
Oh, we actually got.
Oh, yes, my bad.
Doug Green.
Doug Green.
Maranya.
Here's another quilt. Look at the color.
Note the unusual composition.
There were others who admired Quilt's paintings, but not for reasons of art.
This is Quilt's latest shipment of paintings. Got the lens, Mac?
Yeah, let's have a look at them.
It so happened that under a special type of lens, one could see more than a painting.
Okay, you guys, beat it down to the docks. Take a copy of this layout and don't botch this job like the last one. Quilt don't like botching.
Don't worry.
Yes, Quilt's art was just a cover-up for organized crime. But crime brings many complex situations.
Oh, yeah, Quilt. Start cashing in your chips.
Louis,
Ronnie.
Oh, I warned you about cutting into my rackets. I never warned twice.
you're a good shot, Louis, but not good enough. The lights. Who turned out the lights?
In that brief exchange of shots, artist Quilt had saved his life, but lost his sight.
I'm blind! Blind! That fool idiot blinded me.
With science? Then began artist Quilt's desperate quest to regain his sight. One surgeon after another terms his case as hopeless until...
Hopeless. Hopeless! That's all I hear. You'll operate and fix me up, see?
You old him, Sawbones.
Under pressure from the guns of them upstairs, the operation is performed. And weeks later...
Now, can you see me at all?
Everything is blurred. The only thing I see are the colors. You failed, Doctor.
No, you racist.
What? Oh, we're reading it under a 2022 lens. I'm sorry. Yes, you're right.
Thus, the condition was to remain forever. Quilt could see nothing but the bright colors. His mind cracked under the strain. The underworld soon trembled at his name of its new master, Crazy Quilt.
Yeah, that's a name that'll make you tremble.
I know, right?
But that outfit will do it.
Just because I see only color, the law may think I'm through. The fools will learn differently, however. Everything I do will be in color, of many shades.
Shades, palette, any easel, anything else would have been sounding just a little tough. Even easel sounds tougher than a Crazy Quilt.
Saruman. Just throwing it out.
Yeah, just anything.
color
that
man.
means, like, yeah, it's ridiculous. But there you go. Okay,
Man of color, they could call that too.
man of color. There you go.
Seeing everything in color, Crazy Quilt moved to current year to fit in. Quit
I was
shaking
actually
the
going, wait, did I
page.
miss something?
Yes. I was monologuing.
Oh, Lord, no.
When I was a boy, the whirlwind of crime struck everywhere. No point on the compass was untouched by the terror.
Oh, Rigalde, I'll still he's painted.
He's very
very
strange.
smart,
I got it. You can tell we didn't apply anybody to this one. Okay, cool.
Ha ha ha! Good morning, gents. Got something new for you. Murder in Technicolor.
Then a bank suddenly became unreadable. Turns up painted red.
This color stuff is great.
Yeah, the Chiefs are whiz with this new angle.
Bam, bam. Make for the car. Ha ha! Beautiful money. Nice colors.
As fate would have it, 4 certain persons came upon the scene of violence.
Look at Whip. The fire department's out.
Fire department's nothing. That's a small war.
Oh, this fight's like an undying Christmas tree ring circus.
Hey,
Watch it, Jack. Lots of banana peelings going around here.
There they go. They're getting away.
Watch this cannon. Small boy with a gun. Run.
wow.
Welcome to
Put
the
the
40s.
skids under him.
We're hit, boss.
Look out, you fool!
Why? That loony guy flew into the drink whip.
But the others are caught and rather shaken up.
I guess Goonface probably drowned.
Maybe so, but I've got a feeling we'll be seeing more of Mr. Crazy Quilt.
How can you miss him?
Well, anyway, the bank's funds are recovered. We have a date at the Louvre. Remember? Well, anyway, the bank's funds are recovered. We have a date at the Louvre. Remember? Hey, Cabby.
Before long, Rip and the boys pass under the Arc de Triomphe, where the tree still lives. When not long ago they helped drive the Nazis from under the shadow.
This must be the Louvre joint. Look at the snatcheroos and fountains.
Nope, this is the Place de la Concorde, where the guillotine was set up in the French Revolution.
Dark facts.
Well, this is the Louvre, kids. All off.
Hey, Rip. Someone smeared it with red paint.
Red paint. Crazy Quilt's calling card.
Yeah, but what about those other buildings? They're all painted red, various shades and colors.
You see, he painted all the buildings red so nobody could guess where he'd strike. Smart cookie. I think we'll...
Psst, psst. Rip, here comes a guy.
Hello, Dr. Flandrin. Long time no see.
Oh, which one was... Who's doing that one?
That's it, Eric.
Oh, okay. I thought it was both doctors. That's why I was confused. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, oui, Monsieur Carter. Northwest Normandy, I think. Welcome to Paris.
What's with that guy supposed to be doing? Figuring out his income tax?
You can't be the wind right away. He's got no wings.
Non, that is the sinker. I am Little Frenchy.
That's my boy. Mais oui.
I love you, Daddy.
It seems all Paris is jittery about Crazy Quilt. We're going to keep an eye on the museum for a while to see that he doesn't walk off with some priceless art.
I just realized I also have a 57-year-old son in the future. It would be a precaution.
I ain't good. Whatever it is.
Every doorway in this area must be guarded. No one knows which of the red painted buildings Crazy Quilt will select. We have to stay alert.
Yeah, that screwball's liable to pull something. Pull anything.
Late that night, figures stir atop the Louvre.
Quiet, or you'll rouse the guards.
Farmer Quilt.
A moment later, an unwary guard pays for relaxing his vigilance.
This is proof they've never been to the actual Louvre.
Is this Quilt from Street Farm?
I've never been to the Louvre. What are you talking about?
The Mona Lisa is tiny. It is not a big painting.
Really?
Yeah.
It actually is it's quite tiny.
It's like
Really?
Palpatine.
Not
Yeah,
super,
I've only seen it in, I guess, movie form.
I would say it's about 2 feet by 2.5 feet by 1.5 feet.
Okay.
Maybe about right. Yeah.
The fool knocked over a statue. I've got to work fast.
Okay. It's Crazy Quilt. They're hauling him up to the roof.
Excellent.
Scrapper.
That's your scrappy guy.
Oh,
Scrappy Doo.
we gotta head him off, Whip. Come on, the stairs.
Meanwhile, on the roof,
Da Vinci's greatest work. At last, I've got the Mona Lisa.
Boss, someone's coming.
the plane is right there.
The plane is sitting right next to us.
I would say he's got really good vision.
Rip and the boys reach the roof only to see Crazy Quilt take off in an auto gyro.
Hey, Whip! There he goes in that windmill.
Quick, go downstairs and call the police. I think we can still untangle Mr. Crazy Quilt. Untangle. Because, all right.
Oh,
Or unravel.
a few moments later,
Listen, the radio's picking up a call.
Vank, you want to get this one?
Calling in. Liebergrat Field. Send up the fighter craft to stop idle gyro. Calling.
Boss, they'll shoot us down.
Take the controls and land this gadget on Notre Dame. I can't see it well enough.
Must be all the smoke.
down below.
They're landing. Let's go.
So the fools followed us. They'll be sorry. Okay, Pete. Now give our pals a bath.
What's that Joker? Wait, that's not the Joker. What's Crazy Quilt up to? This stuff is paint.
It's luminous paint.
The better to see you, boys. Oh, look! I'm Crazy Quilt of Notre Dame. Won't you please give me some candy?
That guy's cracked. He thinks he's a football player.
2 panels ago, it sounded like you were trying to give candy to the boys. As Crazy Quilt swings on the rope, he swings both ways. The huge bells of Notre Dame ring out with a deafening feel.
He's very colorful. Of course he would.
One big pride flag.
Clang,
Oh my
clang, clang goes the trolley.
If you want to make off with anything from Notre Dame, the first thing you want to do is alert everybody that you're in the bell tower. Let's get them, kids. This is their last stop.
This ride will take care of them, boss.
You say that to all the boys. Get Crazy Quilt, kids. I'll take care of this guy. Yes, children, you go after the main bad guy.
Too late, boys. Ta-ta.
Rip and the boys pursue the fleeing Crazy Quilt, but lose sight of him along the riverbank of Notre Dame.
Thank.
He must be around somewhere.
I'm gonna hammer his noggin for giving us this lead paint job.
I'm gonna nog his hammer.
While beneath their very feet,
If only I hadn't left my painting in the plane.
suddenly, the muffled sound of a speedboat engine breaks the night silence.
What's that?
Oh, it's a motorboat, Rip. It's pulling up right below us.
Right on time, Charlie.
Okay, boss, we're off.
He was hiding below us all this time.
Farewell, Carter. May we meet again. Sorry to spoil your Sunday clothes.
Talk about missing the boat. This is it.
Well, don't worry, Scrapper. I didn't even know what a boat was until 5 seconds ago. But at least we saved the Mona Lisa.
Yeah. Round one goes to that lug. I wonder if we're going to get another crack at him before this lead paint kills me.
Yeah, I want to go to Joe's, get a burger.
Yeah.
Shut up,
Maybe-
Fatty.
Maybe we
I'm
should
hungry.
put some lead paint on the tree.
No!
It still would not kill the...
Leave it alone.
How did you like the laughing, colorful mad master of crime, Crazy Quilt? If you like to see more rounds in the battle between him and the boy commandos, right to boy commandos, blobbity blobbity blah.
480 Lexington Avenue. Let's see if they actually still exist. What were you saying there, Pix?
Scroll down just a little bit.
To this?
Yes. Intended for a bunt, but you know Wheaties. Here's our commercial.
I'll keep going. Let's get a sponsor here.
Oh, well, if
Yeah,
you don't
big
know
delight.
Wheaties, you better get acquainted. Meet up with all the champion nourishment that rates Wheaties as a training table favorite with so many famous coaches and athletes. Catch on to all the mellow, malt-sweet flavor that makes Wheaties an every morning favorite with your appetite. Hit into a hard-hitting bowl full of milk, fruit, and Wheaties. Breakfast of champions tomorrow morning.
They make a hit with you. There you go. All righty.
No, they
Ladies and
don't.
gentlemen, the
Yeah.
first appearance of the Crazy Quilt. I know this is the first time I've read this book. Anyone else?
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh man. Yeah. Never go full commando.
Yeah,
It's not the boys who go commando.
yeah.
It's
Well,
the crazy quilt that does.
You know, and again, thankfully they made him much more sinister and formidable. In the later years. I mean, like I remember as a kid, like one of the first Batman comics I had, Crazy Quilt was the villain, and I was absolutely fascinated because at that point he had the abilities to like use color to do like basically like almost force like hallucinations. I remember like one time like he's got Batman in a room and he makes the door disappear and they can't find a way out kind of thing. So so they made him a pretty awesome villain, and of course God knows what modern day DC's done with him.
Yeah, it's
Crazy Quilt.
This is a case where I'm looking at him, I'm going, why was this villain popular?
I'm just glad he wasn't Crazy Kilt.
Actually, Pix will now be Crazy Quilt.
Crazy.
Not like Scottish, and he wears a kilt.
You're just crazy.
Crazy Kilt. That would be good.
Well, I guess the question is, was he popular? I mean, when
Well,
was
he
his
was-
second appearance?
Second appearance by Neil Adams, right? Batman? Or is it before that?
Let's see. Crazy Quilt.
Appearances.
Second appearance. All right, let's see what we're getting here. It just says first appearance, the second incarnation of Crazy Quilt.
He last appeared in Star Spangled Comics 123. That was his last appearance. At least this version, I guess. Earth 2.
His last appearance.
For Earth 2, yeah.
Crazy Quilt is very minor but oddly enduring DC villain. He's sort of golden age baddie that follows simple theme.
Says,
Crazy Quilt. His first appearance. No, the second Crazy. Oh, the second Crazy Quilt.
Yeah.
Hammer.
Maybe
No.
that might not be our Crazy Quilt then.
Yeah, Crazy Quilt has a track record. His appearances per publication date go like this: 1946, then 1951.
Yep, that's Star Spangled Comics
That
123.
must be, yeah, and then 1979. So from a golden age to what we know of Crazy Quilt now. So we've got another Crazy Quilt.
So I think it's what it is because Crisis happened and erased Earth 2 and all that stuff. I think they just started a whole new character with a name.
Yeah, but 1979 is before. That's before the Crisis.
Okay, because this version says his last appearance was in 1951 in the
Yeah.
thing. So
Okay, so that's Crazy Quilt 1. Now we have Crazy
yeah,
Quilt
so
2.
Yeah, but you can't use that as a sign that this is a bad character, because the same thing would happen with Two-Face.
Mhm.
yeah,
Two-Face was a golden age character, and then 50 years later, boom, there he is. He's in the Silver Age. So, and Deadshot, as a matter of fact, is another character just like the Crazy Quilt. So,
Yeah, Deadshot started out in like tails and a top hat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Paul Decker. That's his real name. Crazy Quilt. What we just read.
Thought I read that Paul Decker took the
Or did he take it?
mantle.
He's gonna be a Batman, so maybe he's the one that took over.
Yeah. It says in late 1962, an underworld fence named Paul Decker stole Crazy Quilt's identity for his own.
He's brought back in the New 52. He's reimagined as a deranged man geneticist artist named Dr. Paul Decker, studying immortality leading to quilt life in unnatural and horrific ways.
Not Decker unit.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody but us really gets that.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to do a impromptu reading since we got a little extra time?
Sure. What? Of what?
Meaning we have no idea about who's taking what. Usually RDV takes Batman. Professor Pixel is not here, so we'll just volunteer him to be Robin.
Well, he's here now.
Trusty sidekick continue to be the Crazy Quilt. Okay. And if there is any narration, Eric will be the narrator, and the rest of us will take roles as they come.
Sure.
What do you think? Y'all want to do?
Sure.
All righty. Okay, cool. First of all, let me say hello to Rhaegar and everybody who's hung on this far. We're going to go into, ladies and gentlemen, the first appearance of Crazy Quilt in modern age, 1979.
I'm just glad that Pixel's back because I tried to do Robin.
Yep.
Oh, dear God, when you were doing the
oh, my gosh. That's hard.
All right, you up for this, Eric?
Sure.
I just have to say, holy continuation, Batman.
I know. Why not? We're having a good time. It's a silly character. Let's see the changes. Batman. Let's see the changes between
right now.
Between the character that we just saw and the character we're about to see in Batman number 316.
I'm a special guest star.
And we do know that, special guest star Robin. Wow. I tried to do Robin in Bankman 2022. All righty, and as always, we open with a splash page. Let's go to reading mode and take it away, Mr. Narrator.
Orphaned as a child when his parents were murdered before his eyes, Bruce Wayne has trained himself to wage relentless war against crime as the dread avenger of the night, Batman. But now it is another caped crusader who prowls the shadow-strewn streets of Gotham City.
Created by Bill Finger.
Right.
With no pants.
Created by Bill Finger with sometimes a little bit of help from Bob Kane. Can
Absolutely.
we say that?
Absolutely.
It's okay we say this, ladies and gentlemen?
I did all the work. Me, Bob Kane.
Yeah.
One thing that it got in. I created Bob Kane. I created the Batman on my own, and it's all me.
I created Bob Kane, too. I didn't even have parents.
It was midichlorians.
Stan Lee himself would tell you I created the Marvel Universe as well. And if he doesn't, he's a liar. He likes to take credit for other people's work, not me.
All right, can we get going? Because I want to keep staring at Robin's crotch there.
Let's get going, because right here we've got a thug and Robin's crotch to stare at.
Mr. Narrator.
We're blotching crotch.
A youthful figure whose piercing eyes are narrowed in rage as he pursues a fleeing felon, crotch first. He is Robin, the teen wonder, and he has come home this night to Holocaust. Color me deadly.
Color me deadly.
Len Wein, writer.
Now he does the bad 80s like theme song now.
It's a
penciler.
Yeah, and you gotta love how the
nobody else matters.
Setting up the mock-up page there, that the little edit on the
Oh, the
When
fleeing.
narration, came loose when it got photoed.
What do you think they were saying there? It starts with an I.
Effing.
In I don't know what it is.
I
Okay,
have
let's
no
move on.
idea.
Anyway.
Fearing felon.
Hey,
That's
JP,
far
what's
enough,
up?
friend.
Oh no, not you!
Got him, Batman.
Yes, which isn't saying much.
I give up. Please, don't hurt me.
Break his legs, Robin.
Starting with the neck.
Oh Jesus!
You should have thought of that before you tried to burn down Gotham Hospital. Now all the pleading in the world won't save you from... Huh?
Tap tap.
But... Oh, you're right. This creep isn't worth pounding.
They never
Phrasing.
really are,
Robin,
They never really are, pal. Now let's find Commissioner Gordon.
Pound him.
He's
Yeah,
got
no-
cigarettes.
and no doubt from an era where Bruce and Dick were sleeping in the same room in the giant Wayne Manor.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Moments later, as Batman and Robin approach the still smoldering wreckage of their relationship. Towers of Gotham Community Hospital.
Maranya?
The flames are out, Dr. Dexter, and the smoke should clear up shortly.
Now all we have to do is catch the madman who started the fire.
Consider
He
it
didn't
done,
start it.
Commissioner.
Batman.
That's
Is the damage to the hospital extensive? Don't let Robin speak.
It's only smoke damage, thank heaven, mostly confined to the 10th floor.
We'll have a crew here first thing in the morning to start repairs. I'm just glad that we evacuated all the patients on the floor before anyone was hurt.
Then that leaves only one unanswered question. Why did that young punk do it?
Who knows? I doubt if even he does.
I know, because I'm Batman.
I'm starting to think all the kids today know nothing about responsibility.
Oh, really?
Well,
He's right, Robin.
Except for you, of course, Robin.
Thanks for the so-called compliment, Commissioner, but you can keep it. I'd prefer to think I'm an example of my generation, rather than the exception.
Wow, if I wanted to listen to a sassy teenage girl thinking she was a guy, I'd go home and talk to Barbara. Robin, I'm sorry. You know I didn't mean it that way.
Yes, Commissioner, I do, which makes it that much worse.
Yeah, you gotta love Commissioner Gordon's got his pipe there too on scene.
Uh-huh. Kids, if I live to be 1,000, I'll never understand them.
Yeah. Now this is Jason Todd too, right?
No.
No.
No, this is Mr. Grayson.
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't like each other in the 70s.
Okay. I was gonna say to me he's acted a lot like Jason Todd.
Uh-huh.
Across town, the midnight oil is still burning at the Gotham City branch of Star Labs. Scientific and Technological Advanced Research Hall.
That does it. The laser intensifier is finally finished.
I'll turn on the lights.
Casually, the weary scientist flips the switch.
Click.
And the room...
Oh, I thought maybe, so I'd read that line first. And the room explodes into kaleidoscopic chaos.
Those lights! I can't see!
Getting dizzy. So dizzy.
My head is spinning.
dizzy.
It's Tommy Rowe.
All right, anybody want to take
I guess I'll take the green thug as, he's probably
There you
gonna
go,
cut off. That screwy gizmo you plugged into the circuits work, Chief.
Did you ever doubt it, Hughes? Crazy Quilt never fails.
There's the crazy Quilt I know.
The bugs I had planted here have paid off at last. With this device in hand, my long months of waiting are over. Finally.
And your long years of imprisonment are about to begin.
Holy cow! I don't believe it. It's him.
Yes, and he's committing a fashion crime.
I thought Crazy Quilt had crawled back under a rock somewhere years ago. What's brought him back now?
Get ready for this, Rhaegar. Why don't we ask him after we nail him?
Phrasing. They're gonna pound them. They nail them. They whatever.
Now that's my kind of suggestion.
Oh,
Hey.
Robin,
Captain
not you
Sunshine.
too.
You might as well surrender, mister. You have no consent in this. And you can't escape us.
You've
Yes.
never faced me before, Batman, so I'll forgive you your ignorance.
Just let it happen. Just let it happen.
What's the safe word? But Robin really should have warned you about my color helmet.
Oh, my eyes!
I
Fashion
think
crime!
I think these days we're calling it African American helmet.
I can't see. Engelbein's got his camera on. I'm blinded.
A feeling I know all too well.
Helmet of color.
Helmet of color. There you go.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Batman, I really must be going. Despite my name, I'm not crazy enough to take unnecessary risks.
Just move it, Chief. They're starting to recover.
You heard the man, Robin. Let's move it.
Their vision still blurred. The dynamic duo leap across the room, arms outstretched, reaching. And fall down and go boom.
Ouch.
But regrettably, their
Alfred, I've
reach
fallen and I can't get up.
far exceeds their grasp.
It looks like Robin just broke his neck. That's
Robin.
gonna be like a crack rather than a whack.
Batman didn't teach Robin not to lead with his head.
Whack is crack, guys. Whack is crack.
shall I call life alert, sir?
My aching head. Something in those lights. Crazy Quilt use. Must have affected our depth perception. Throwing off our aim.
Oh, he's become a lot more powerful since last we met.
A tale recounted in Batman 255.
Is that Paul Thumper?
Yep.
So I noticed. It seems that Maniac is everything you told me. He was Robin. And then some.
Or Levitz. I've heard it both ways.
I'm sure you have.
Well, so far my summer vacation has been anything but dull. And one night I tangled with an adolescent arsonist, a multicolor maniac, and I'd hate to even guess what's coming next.
Don't even try, chum. It'll help retain your sanity.
But this has to be pairing off with Batman 66.
Shortly, the sleek Batmobile speeds unseen through the dark cul-de-sac called Finger Alley and into the...
I know what they're trying for here.
But it doesn't
I've been there quite a few times.
It runs under the bridge.
But maybe we
long
don't
fingers,
call
yes.
something. It's
No one
the
will finger into my
alley,
cave
you know.
but me.
It's the finger shoot.
I am in a room full of children.
Hey, this may actually be the most sexually suggestive
Since
book.
Aquaman
It's
25.
Aquaman, the first appearance of Black Manta. By the way, check out that video. It is awesome.
Oof.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
No time. There we go.
You know, I'd almost forgotten the feel of this place. It's really good to be home again.
Wait till later. And we're glad to have you, pal. It always seems a little emptier around here without you.
Hey, you're not trying to convince me
Sorry.
world playboy Bruce Wayne is sitting home nights pining, are you? You must have some sort of action going.
I do now.
Well, to be honest, I have been seeing someone
What did I cut
named
out?
Rosie.
Well, that's more like it. Anyone I know?
You've seen him before. Rosie Palms. As a matter of fact, it's Selena Kyle.
The Catwoman?
The same.
You're kidding. How did you get involved with her?
Well, you see, it happened on the rooftop. She landed on top of me. My belt fell off. Suppose we let Alfred fix us an early breakfast, and I tell you all about it in bed.
Well, lead on, McWayne, which is weird. That's one story I wouldn't miss hearing for the world.
They're
Okay.
going to lead on Macduff. They just changed it to McWayne.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what is for the people who were around in the 70s and not a child, what is the McWayne thing about?
It was a play on lead on Macduff.
What's Macduff?
Ooh, Eric, do you know?
It's a line.
No, I just said the
Shakespeare?
expression.
Yeah, it's a line from Shakespeare.
Oh, from the play it should not be named.
Macbeth?
That one.
Oh, what? Oh.
It's not supposed to be named
Well,
because it's bad
okay,
luck.
aren't you the man
The
of
Scottish
culture?
The Scottish play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they didn't cover that in Marvel Comics in the 70s, so I didn't know.
I've read
It is
other
true.
things besides.
Rhaegar knew it.
I
Batman's
read
first words
DC
came
during
when-
this era.
It's true.
I think it's the people performing the play are not supposed to name it.
Batman's first
Right.
words came when were Papa Spank. You're right, Rigger.
Yep.
Is the play Bruno?
We don't talk about Bruno. We
My
did,
apologies.
however, do the first appearance of Catwoman. Check that video out as well. And let's put on our game face, narrator.
It is almost dawn before Gotham Hospital Administrator Dr. Norman Dexter finally arrives at his midtown apartment.
D&D. Sorry.
Yes. To find he has uninvited visitors.
Is that me?
Let's assume.
Welcome home, Dr. Dexter. We've been waiting for you.
Huh?
Please don't be alarmed. We mean you no harm, so long as you cooperate.
Just who are you, mister?
You may call me Taserface. No, Crazy Quilt.
Wrong, friend. The only thing I'm calling is the police.
A predictable response, but I can't let you do that.
Wow.
The door! I
the
can't
plot
find the blasted door! What have you done with it?
You've turned it into June.
And every other
Merely camouflaged it momentarily, Doctor.
Just, what do you want with me, Crazy Quilt?
Actually, my friend, it's really quite simple. I want you to give me back my eyes.
I don't understand.
Then I'll explain. I was a noted painter and head of a nationwide crime syndicate before a rival gangster's bullet put an end to my art career and stole away my sight. Desperate to see again, I forced a noted surgeon to perform an experimental operation. But when the bandages were removed, my eyes! I can see nothing but bright, vivid colors. You failed me, Doctor.
And the price of a failure is death.
Not again!
Taking advantage of my bizarre disability, I became Crazy Quilt, the king of color crimes. Until that young brat Robin finally put me behind bars. It was in prison, just a few weeks before my release, that I got the bad news.
I'm sorry, Quilt, but your conditioning is getting worse. In a matter of months, you will lose your sight again. And this time, it will be permanent.
The bone saw next to him.
Pizza cutter.
Oh my gosh, it is a pizza cutter. Would you like to be split into 8 parts or 16? Are we talking a big family?
8 parts. I'm not that hungry.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I've come to you, Doctor. I've read of your revolutionary techniques in optical surgery, and I want you to operate on me.
But that's impossible. The sort of surgery you'd need requires a laser focusing element that's still being developed.
Is this the one you mean, Doctor? It's all yours. You are going to operate on me, Dr. Dexter, or next time I'll make certain your precious hospital is reduced to a smoldering cinder.
Crazy Quilt is a real dick, am I right? The bright noon sun glistens on the ivory facade of the lofty Wayne Foundation building.
What kind of Dr. Seuss tree is this? Where you have a tree growing out of the top of a tree, growing out of the top of a tree.
We built the building around the tree.
It's a camphor tree.
It won't die!
It's Myrtle the freaking turtle tree. That's what's going on here.
It was a gift from Poison Ivy back when she liked men.
Okay. that makes a little bit of sense. Sure. Let's see. We've got
As the
real men
chairman,
okay, go on ahead.
as the chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra gives a grinning Dick Grayson. Nobody. Everybody's just leave that one alone.
You read it wrong. There's a comma there. It's gives a grinning Dick Grayson the grand tour.
Would you like to take the grand tour?
Right. Robin?
This place always impresses me. It is the epitome of big business in action.
Better get used to it, chum. Someday, all of this will be yours.
Now there's an intimidating thought.
Not
Yeah,
really.
please
You
do.
leave me and I'll give it to Jason.
Who wants luscious fox?
No.
Ooh.
Morning, Bruce. Oh,
Hello, Luscious. Look who's decided to grace us with his presence.
Good to see you again, Mr. Fox.
Or should I say Foxy?
same here, Dick, and the name is Lucius. Hey,
Luscious.
did you get any use of that information you asked me to send you about business administration?
Well, I got an A in the course, if that means anything.
But not
the
by
private teacher.
studying.
Hey.
Yeah. Glad to hear it. Always pays to keep one's future boss happy.
You needn't worry about that, friend.
Bruce pays me to worry, Dick. It's my job. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to run and get the hell out of this comic book.
Oh Lord.
There goes one of this corporation's biggest assets, Proof.
I'll just say he is a big ass, but he stole my money.
Hey.
You'll get
He is
no
panel in the book.
Hey,
RDV.
you know, you'll get no argument from me there on chum. But there's something bothering you about Luscious. I can sense it. I just wish I knew what it was that drew me to him.
And moments later, in Bruce Wayne's executive office.
Gwen Stacy, could you call Dr. Norman Osborn?
Wrong button.
At the community hospital for me. Tell him I'd like to speak with him about the last night's fire.
Think there's something more he can tell us?
This is strictly white. I guess not. This is
Morning,
strictly
Jack.
business, Dick. Wayne Enterprises contributes a good deal of money to the hospital. I just want to see if we can help with the repairs.
Ever the philanthropist, aren't you?
No, I just want to put a bat cave in
You
there.
don't know that these days, though.
I have a secret bat cave underneath the hospital. I can afford to be, chum. Besides,
Mr. Wayne, I called the hospital, and nobody there has seen Dr. Dexter all day. There's also no answer at his home. Should I keep trying?
thanks anyway, Gwen. But I better handle this myself. I'll get a grip.
I don't like the sound of that, Bruce.
I didn't think you would, but first the hospital is torched. Next, the surgical laser device is stolen. And then Gotham's top eye surgeon disappears.
Yep, there's definitely a pattern forming, isn't there?
Are you a detective? Or well, we were wondering what crazy Quilt's pen was, and now it looks like we finally know. Let's get changed.
Da-la-da-la-da.
I dropped the soap.
But even as the flagstone wall slides shut over the secret elevator,
Mr. Wayne, I thought I might try calling. Mr. Wayne? Mr. Wayne? He's gone.
that's not Gwen, it's MJ.
Yeah.
The 10th floor of Gotham Community Hospital is deserted this afternoon, except, of course, for the 4 men who'd arrived there disguised as the repair crew.
Are you certain you want to go through with this, Quilt?
I have never been more certain of anything in my life, Doctor.
But my technique is still experimental. Something could go wrong.
I didn't bring my boys along because I wanted an audience, Doctor.
Yeah, I know. If you read it the way it's written, but my technique is still experimental. Something could go wrong.
Yeah.
Boys and
Nothing
audience. Ooh.
Nothing will go wrong. Not if you want to keep breathing.
Then at least let me put you to sleep.
Not a chance, Doctor. You'll have to use a local anesthetic. I want to be fully aware of everything that's happening to me.
Not me.
If you insist. But I still...
Do us both a favor, Doctor. Stop talking and start operating.
Fingers trembling. And during the surgery, too, Norman Dexter activates the surgical laser while in the hospital's darkened basement. Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
If the operating rooms are on the 10th floor, Batman, what are we doing down here?
I told you I'm going to build a bat cave down here. There's no reason there's no reason to upset the hospital staff unnecessarily if our hunch turns out to be wrong. Besides, the elevators to the 10th floor have been shut down during repairs, so hope you like climbing upstairs.
Then you take the utility stairs on this side of the building, and I'll take the stairs on the other side. And I'll get to the 10th floor before ye.
Where me and my true
I'll just use my
will never meet
grappling gun.
again.
Just be careful, chum. There's no telling what might be waiting for us up there.
Oh, that chum is going to drive me crazy.
Well, he
Oh,
really
he's
does
dropping his
have the
bait.
best ass in comics.
Good old Bruce. He'll never change. No matter how old I get, he'll always think of me as an impetuous kid.
You'll never change your costume.
Wump.
When will he realize I'm old enough to take care of my Lord?
Nope. Crazy Quilt.
Maxwell?
Chief, them flare gizmos you had us set up on the stairways have both been triggered.
Then whoever activated them is undoubtedly dead. Please continue the operation, Doctor.
Well, that eliminates one question. Crazy Quilt is definitely up there. Now all I'll have to do is nail him.
And
Sorry,
I will
Dick.
have Batman villain bingo.
Whoop.
There it is.
Before he nails me.
Ooh.
That clever fox.
Herb Novik draws the biggest feet in comics, folks.
Size 13 boots.
Spow, spow. Alrighty.
If he's booby trapped, the stairwell. It's even odds. He's also rigged the other one. I never should have let Robin go it alone. And those blasted rocket flares will keep me pinned here. Blam! Unless this mini grenade from my utility belt can clear me a path.
It's gonna clear his fingers. That's what's gonna clear. That exploding that close.
That's his bat afro wig.
I got it from Lucius.
I just have to ask a question. Would you trust a grenade in a utility belt you wear right around your crotch?
Not even a little bit.
I'm hard as steel. We'll be fine.
You would if you're Batman.
Better move more cautiously from here on. No telling what else Crazy Quill has been waiting between here and the 10th floor. Eh? Some sort of color wheel mounted on the wall.
Or a giant phone.
Dial H for hero.
I was thinking that. The rotary phones. I must have tripped a hidden activator. The wheel started spinning around and around and around. Those whirling lights, so brilliant, so beautiful, almost hypnotic.
Hey.
Hey, whoever they are, Chief, they got past the flare traps. Now they triggered the hypno wheels.
I'm afraid I know who they are. Curse them. You'd better work more quickly, Doctor.
If I work too quickly, Quilt, we'll both regret it.
Those whirling lights, so hypnotic, starting to feel sleepy. I'll bend over, Rawhide, so sleepy.
Slap leather.
No, I can't lose control, no matter how tempting it might be. Have to shut my eyes. Try to peel my way past.
That's how I get through a lot of jobs under the bridge. Just shut my eyes, feel my way through it.
So rats. The light's too strong, penetrating right through my eyelids.
Penetrating.
Batman do in a situation like this?
Relax and enjoy.
A few more seconds of this and I'll wind up a vegetable. Gotta shield my eyes as best I can. Keep pressing forward. They're just lights. Only lights.
Cucumbers?
Only lights.
Krang. You ain't gonna believe this, Chief, but they got past the hypno wheels too.
Then get out there and stop them yourselves, fools. No, you must allow no one in here until the operation is complete.
That's gonna hurt. Cutting
You heard him, Doc. Take care of the Chief.
And let us take care of everything else.
3, 2, 1. Tradition. The seconds pass interminably as Dr. Norman Dexter continues the delicate operation, his attention wavering as he strains to identify the odd sounds he hears coming from outside the chamber, until it becomes painfully apparent that they are the sounds of battle.
Whack! Wham!
Those don't sound like the sounds of battle.
End of the line, Crazy Quilt.
Party time is over.
Batman and Robin, thank heavens.
You're too late, Batman. The operation is finished. I can see again. I can see. And I need no recovery time whatsoever.
My God, I dress hideously.
What the hell am I wearing? I should have killed you last night when I had the chance. But that's a little oversight that can still be corrected. You see what I did there?
Batman,
Crazy
watch
Quilt.
out! He's saying terrible puns! And he's turned that laser into a weapon!
At least they're not on sharps.
Since when does Robin not appreciate a terrible pun?
Don't worry
Right
about
now.
me, chum. No matter how fast Crazy Quilt may be with that makeshift ray gun, my batarang is that much faster.
What?
Krang.
You may have destroyed one weapon, Batman, but Crazy Quilt is never unarmed. Not so long as I still have my Colors of Benetton helmet. Look at me and see the face of death.
It's...
Hey, Quilt! Over here!
Come on, hero. Take a good look at
Did you use a
me.
mirror?
Oh no.
What?
If you're so interested in looking at things, Crazy Quilt, take a good look at this.
I knew
No,
it.
my picture's staying on.
A polished instrument tray?
Oh, it's more than that, Quilt. It's a reflection of your own warped evil.
Oh no.
Arg! My eyes! My eyes!
If they hurt, Quilt, I suggest you close them. Great,
Ah!
you don't chop. Oh, you're right, Dr. Dexter.
I'm fine, I think. How did you find me here?
Simple deduction, Doctor. Apparently, Quilt hired that arsonist to torch this floor so it would be empty for you to perform the operation. Put that together with a stolen laser element and your own disappearance, and
You have all the elements of a perfect crime.
so what?
And it would have been perfect if not for you meddling kids.
And that stupid dog.
You and Robin
Reggie?
have
Ace is at home.
You and Robin have thwarted me at every turn, Batman. And both Robin and Shaggy were voiced by Casey Kasem.
That is true. Yes, true fact.
And
Fucking
now you're going to
Roger.
pay for it.
Oops. Okay,
So wait, watch out. Hit the deck, everyone.
This time you're going to die, Batman.
Bam, bam, bam.
You're going to die. Die.
Click,
You
click,
click,
click.
Like my guns.
Die. Please,
No crazy Quilts. Nobody would die if I could help it.
please. Why don't you let me die?
Because this is a kid's comic book. And now why don't you let us help you?
Die?
Oh, we have a spare room in the bed. No.
I don't get
Can
it.
I have a hostess
What
fruit
the
pie?
heck has happened to him?
I warned Quilt before the operation that his optic nerves would be terribly sensitive for a while. Having those strange lights shine back into his eyes was more than they could stand.
Crazy Quilt is blind, Robin. And this time it's not our fault. And this time
It
it's
is.
forever.
It's Robin's fault.
Next issue. The Prince of Puzzlers strikes again. Join the Dark Knight Detective and the Teen Wonder for the 1001 Clue Caper. Or why did the Riddler cross the road?
To get to the other side. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
Sir.
Sir. Yeah. Stripes, ladies and gentlemen. It's from Stripes. Okay, so Trusty got it. All right, not too shabby that time. Is it me or is Batman and Robin the bad guys here?
Yeah.
I really was thinking if they
Well-
burst in on him, I'm getting my eyes fixed. Okay, going ahead. We'll be waiting out
I
here.
mean, except for the whole, killing people, torching a hospital, kidnapping.
Yeah, but they after the surgery they nab them, and
To be fair-
they seem like dicks in this one.
To be fair, though, it was Robin that was the dick.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Well, I really want to say something right now about you, England team, but I don't want to give any spoilers to Doctor Strange 2 right now. So I just say it sounds like you would be supporting the villain.
There was a whole matter.
Just wanted to find her kids.
There was that whole matter of Crazy Quilt. He wasn't the outlaw kid. He wasn't the hey rawhide kid, but he did look like the two-gun kid. So what's Robin supposed to do?
Yeah.
Wait for him to
Gun
stop
for each
shooting?
hand for Robin.
Yeah. Now I missed it. What issue number was this?
Yep.
That was
316, I think.
316.
Yeah.
316. Because I think this was the Crazy Quilt issue that I was thinking of.
Now I looked it up, and they said this was the first Silver Age or first modern appearance, and it's the one that, according to what we saw, it went from 1959 to 51 to 79. But they kept referencing a Robin story, so I was like, "Wait a second, did I find the wrong one?"
Okay, maybe when it said Batman 255, maybe that was supposed to be Detective 255 because that would have put it around 59.
Yeah.
Or maybe a little bit earlier than that. And Bankman 316 said Batman just kicked his ass.
You're right, brother.
Did you say 259?
255.
255. Okay. Let's see what we get here.
Yeah.
Detective Comics. No, that's Batman and Robin and Dinosaur Hell.
Yeah. So looking at
wait.
it, Batman 255 was back when they were doing the 100-page special.
Oh, and I bet that's one of the old stories from that because they weren't real good about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because reading comic CVR, it says one of the reprints was Crazy Quilt comes back, the story reprinted from Star Spangled Comics number 123.
Yeah,
so there you go.
Which
Yeah,
was
that
Robin at the time.
1951.
That makes sense. Oh no, not too shabby. Obviously, a lot of silliness and such. Yeah.
And innuendo, yes.
Yeah, definitely very innuendo filled. And there's a female Crazy Quilt I'm seeing. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and I can definitely tell you that 10-year-old me was not picking up on the innuendo.
I'm sure Bruce will blind her eyes later.
The quilt finally fit perfect.
Now, according to what I'm seeing here, Crazy Quilt has made 73 appearances.
Wow.
You're kidding.
He came back in New 52.
One of them, however, is in a who's who, so I don't think that counts. And I'm sure a couple of them that are marked here is going to be reprints and stuff like that. But yeah, that is something.
Professor Mustache.
Yep.
Not exactly a character someone goes out of their way for. And he made most appearances in Boy Commando, 4 in Batman, 4 in Shadow of the Bat, 2 in Detective Comics, 2 in Legends of Tomorrow, 2 in Batman Rebirth. And where did he appear in that? He appeared in the City of Bane. Okay.
Here's hoping you happen to find a Batman 316 for the auction in the future.
Oh, of course. Yeah. It won't be tomorrow.
Definitely not tomorrow.
Maybe at MegaCon.
If I had thought about it, we would be doing the first appearance of Firestar tonight. Should have thought about that. That would have
got time. It's only been an hour.
That would have been a good lead in for tomorrow. Right.
So I'm going to enough flaming characters for one night.
Say what?
Phil get enough flaming characters for one night.
Right.
On both channels.
Oh yeah, we had Iceman on the puppets.
And for those who didn't check out, go if we don't hear, check out Geeky Puppet Show. Annual number 3 of Fantastic Four. The wedding. Annual.
It's a nice day for a
white wedding.
Yeah. But they wouldn't let Stan and Jack in. It's a crime.
It's this one, kids.
Yes. You get to go watch Puppeteen and Friends there.
Yeah, and Friends.
Friends.
Again with the
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
We're,
Now,
we're like the old
uh,
Gilligan's Island theme. We're the
Yeah,
and the rest.
MK is saying Professor has a mustache.
I'm still waiting for her to do the,
And
you gotta do the chin part, otherwise you're not gonna be trusty. You gotta do the
Do the whole
whole
Van Dyke.
Yeah.
If I can get it enough, I'll just start doing Jameson videos all the
Well,
time.
he's got a lot of years to fill that in.
He's got this caterpillar mustache like Jameson.
That's right.
You know,
Spider-Man.
you're not gonna like it. It's
Gotta
just
get the
gonna
crew
start
cut, the
itching.
flat top though.
I can't do the flat top. That's not happening. I'll settle for this. I guess more James Gordon then.
I mean, right now you look like Geppetto, a younger version.
Let's see.
Lay
scores.
down, Pinocchio. You're dead.
Now tell me a
Sounds more
lie.
that sounds more like Geppetto. Yeah, am I right?
Oh, there you go. Guys, let's see. Tomorrow we got the auction, 9 o'clock. And are you guys doing anything beforehand? Alrighty. And then join us on Sunday for a little open line, whatever the heck we end up talking about. I would like to get Howler Mouse and everybody, let's talk about something comic related, because last week was a hell of a lot of fun. Not necessarily behind the scenes, but actually talk about some comic books, because that was a damn good time. In all honesty, in my opinion, I like comic books. Geez, some would say I love comics. But tomorrow we're having the auction, so join us over at Old Man Comics. Links in the description below at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Give me just a second. I'll bring back. Yep, read some comments and talk about them. I'll bring some books to show.
All right. Well, let me. I was going to show you guys this in the previous stream. This is something that my son got years ago as a present. Okay, this is a collection of the old VHS tapes of the old Marvel cartoons.
That's cool.
Wow.
It's got a nice print in there too, but he really likes these. And then it's got a coin with Captain America on it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
That is nice.
When Marnie says go.
Yeah, right. I don't think he'd be too happy with me if I sold it.
Yeah, I actually had the VHS of 3 of the Iron Man cartoons. One of them I think was the Black Widow.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
That one time I had it.
Just a few of the things that are going to be in tomorrow's auction. We've got a few trade paperbacks. We got the Green Lantern Corps, the Ring Quest. And we've got Green Lantern Corps, Sins of the Starfire. Here's Superman Earth 1, Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
Something a little bit more recent. We have Swamp Thing Green Hell #1, which is an incredible story. I thoroughly loved. We have Aaron Douglas and Cliff Richards at 10 Years to Death from Aftershock.
Really
and
good.
It was pretty awesome. And it is autographed by Twiddles. That's not poop. That's not poop. He bit into it. That's what happened. Yeah.
It's got his seal of approval.
Yeah. I thought it was safe. He walked over and I was like, no.
Darn seals.
And
Twiddles
we
Code
have
Authority.
Suicide Squad, Get Joker, issue #1.
All right. They're like an issue 4 now.
3, I think, got
3,
released
yeah.
today. Now, I hope this is the one you were talking about, because this was not cheap, but it's the Avengers Forever.
There you go.
You keep
Nice.
saying that the Kurt Busiek run was really good. And this is all 12 issues.
He wrote the regular Avengers series with George Perez doing the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also a really good story.
Yeah.
Alrighty, cool.
The one with Perez is the one I recommend.
This is going to be a $10 book. We've got Gun Honey #1. What's this artist's name again? Art Adams?
Adam Hughes.
Adam Hughes. That's the one. Okay, there we go. Something that got some heat behind it is X-Men and Titans crossover,
Yes.
which is also always awesome.
I have that. It's really good.
And then we have a couple of Doctor Strange books. We've got Strange Tales issue number 148. And we have Strange Tales issue number 162 going up against Nebulous. And then we have a
162.
Defenders. My comic shop was having a buy two get one for our Doctor Strange books. And I managed to grab a Squadron
Nice.
Sinister.
Nice.
It's issue number 13.
Nice Gil Kane.
Absolutely.
I didn't bring it up, but another big dog will be the full run of Lost Ronin. And finally, we have the very first appearance of Firestar in comics.
That's cool.
And as you can tell,
Dun, 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 dun.
as you can tell by looking at this freaking cover, this is high grade, ladies and gentlemen.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
So there you go. That's just a few of the things that are going to be in the 3, the 5s, and the big dogs and so
Nice.
forth and so on. So
I
join
didn't
us
see
over
the
on.
thing in any of those.
So join us over at Old Man Comics for the auction tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. A lot of fun. All righty. Otherwise, thank you very much for hanging out while we read a couple of crazy Quilt comics. I got to tell you, I never read those before ever in my entire
Neither
life,
have I.
and had a great time with them. I'm going to try to continue on these stupid heroes, stupid comics kind of thing. I'm thinking next week, we'll of course touch upon regular heroes as well, because we have fun ripping into the good books too. But I'm thinking, this is how I'm feeling, guys. Tell me if I'm way off base, but we might have to visit an angel and an ape.
Yeah, you're way off base.
I think that might be a lot of fun.
I thought you wanted to do the Impossible 5.
We already did.
No, we
Did
didn't.
we? Did we ever?
We should do
No,
Inferior
we didn't.
5?
We never did it.
The Inferior 5? I thought we
The
did.
Inferior 5, no, we never did.
You were going to, but we didn't.
You kept putting it off and putting it off. Then you said, "Oh no, we got to do it for American
I
Shark."
thought that was a backup feature of some that we did.
No.
No? Okay. Wow. We still have to do the Inferior 5.
Did
All
We
right.
should have a whole ape month.
A whole ape month.
Dr.
I'm
You want to read Planet of the Apes?
Right. No, you got the you got Titano, you've got Gorilla Grodd,
The humanoid?
you got the Angel and the Ape, and
Okay.
we might as well see what started the Detective Chimp
Or the Red Ghost.
or the Red Ghost. I
I
always
think there was at least one war comic where they had a whole bunch of apes on it.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, kids, thanks for hanging out with us. If you don't mind helping out the channel, the link to Ko-Fi is in the description below, and Lord knows can use it right now. So once again, thanks for hanging out. As always, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good time.
Kids.
Take care.